My name is Ifeanyi, and you're watching another episode of Behind the Stitch with Simon Says Drip. So honestly, I actually started Ambition in 2012, but on paper, it was registered in 2017. So I'll say those 5 years was just like a learning process, like us trying to understand what the market really entailed, because it was one thing to be inspired to do creative endeavors, another thing to make it a business. So I think those 5 years, I'll say, it was school fees, us just doing things for, almost for free, just to learn and, create our own stance in the entire ecosystem. So I think what inspired us to make, the brand in the first place was the fact that there was like I say this all the time, I think I'm kind of oversaying this image that inspired me all the time, but yeah, it was because there's no clothes, so I decided to make clothes because I didn't see clothes to buy that were in my reach and more kind of affordable. So I decided to make kind of what I see online and I don't see in stores. Things that are rare, things that are special, things that people, feel long-term attracted to. So I think that was pretty much the inspiration. And then also, I just wanted to be able to tap into the ecosystem and help in any way I could. And I think the best way I could was clothes. That was the easiest, translation. That obviously translated into a lot of things. That was a very cool for a lot of other business endeavors that obviously you started embarking on through the time. But I think it was first of all very cool to get into the ecosystem, and the creative ecosystem and business. First of all, that's what it was. And then also kind of like an opportunity because I didn't see no people to kind of piggyback off. Obviously, I won't say there was a lot of designers before us and everything, but in terms of what we're seeing in, I'll say, now they call it streetwear, or like pop culture, we just wanted to see more clothes that spoke to us in the now or spoke to the future versus what we're used to. That's a great question because people think, obviously, because Ugo's my cousin, working with him has been super, it's obviously been super easy because we're family, but that took a while. That took like 6 to 8 years of like sending him stuff and him saying, oh, this looks cool, doesn't look cool, like until like, okay, cool, we're actually here now. So it took a process. I think the main spice was just really continuing, and I see a lot of designers say just keep making more stuff, and obviously you get your exact foot in the industry. So I think that's what it was. I just continued making stuff I understood that was speaking to me and speaking to people around me. That's a great question too, because I was speaking with someone in Paris recently, and we were, I just showed them the brand page at the time. We had maybe about 10 of our collections there, and their feedback was kind of like, oh, it's really dope, they really love it so much. However, it's like so many ideas in one place. So I realized like that underlining message or tone, maybe they weren't really understanding what the essence was, but it's always been about like restoring African dignity and pride, making things for us, by us, that we can wear and be proud of, and wear in the Western world and be proud of. We've been focused on things that have been and things that we believe will be. So we get a lot of inspiration from like Japanese culture and Igbo culture, Yoruba culture, some of Indian culture, honestly. And then, like think people like Michael Jackson, have been, a permanent mood board. We've always been inspired by people like him. That's why sometimes you see glitters from nowhere in our pieces, because no matter what, we just like that sparkle still. So I would say at the moment, aesthetic, we've realized in terms of styles and like, silhouettes, like that's endless. So we can always come up with new things forever. We can use AI to come up with new shapes, new styles. However, in terms of the fabrication and the actual intricacies of the garments, that's where our mind is at. That's where we're focusing aesthetics on, basically. So yeah, I definitely believe, African cultures definitely shape, the direction of a brand naturally. We're going through so much. I don't want to compare ourselves to white people, but white people don't really have their cultures cut off from them, and they don't have, those wars and things that will make you lose connection to your original roots. Most Africans don't even know their great-great-grandfathers, so our cultures definitely play a big role in our aesthetic. That's why we have to keep searching inward. No matter how much we're going to Asia and going to Europe for inspiration, we have to keep searching inward and, keep searching for things that work for us, as Africans, as Nigerians, as Africans generally. Let me not say Nigerians, so Africans only. So first of all, obviously, as you can see, the name and the logo was inspired by Hitler. It was fully like a revolutionary. I'm joking. It was inspired by Hitler. It's just IN official. IN means Ifeanyi. That's my initials, and I worked with a friend of mine's called Dave Adams to create the logo, and he created this powerful silage or logo that's kind of just changed the game, for us. People really thought it was the Hitler moment, but we believe it's, we call it black supremacy, black power. The brand is really, really focused on empowering Africans and empowering the minds of Africans to liberate themselves and create things for themselves that will be sustainable. Yes, absolutely. We believe technology has made the world like a small village, and communication is like, really, really easier than ever. So, what a kid in a village in Florence or like in China, is doing or creating can easily cut across and, be familiar to someone in Canada or something, or in Lagos, just cause this technology, and we can see things quicker. So naturally, with major brand ethos, being to raise the taste level of people in generally, obviously with Africans in focus, but people in general, we believe it naturally transcends, and people just want to see our clothes and have our clothes because this is new. We make things that brands, I don't want to call any names, but brands copy us, like famous brands, and we do things like 3-4 years ahead of time, and we don't mind it because we believe we're a growing brand, and slowly we'll have a really big ecosystem where we won't care who's copying. It's just about churning out more jobs, more opportunities, and more businesses in the ecosystem. So yeah. The ideas really come from personal experiences. Like I could literally be walking on the road and I'll see a cleaner wearing a nice one-piece get-up, and I'll put on a collection. Like it's literally like my real life experiences. I remember this one time I got stopped by police in Lekki, and they found something they were meant to find on me, and they I kind of got in trouble because of that. I was like, wait, what if I had a pocket in my pants that's inside and no one can reach it? Just the person can unfold it, and they will put on the design for our collection. This is about 6 years ago. Like just things that I actually experience in real life, people I see, people I meet, that I believe the whole world has to see. I think that's pretty much what inspired. We have a lot of vast wealth of experience just because we work across industries. I work across like the music space, the film space, the tech space. So all the spaces requires me seeing a lot of people, and with that, I just know what humans want to see in terms of aesthetic. At least for the next 3-4 years. The thing about our brand is a piece from like 10 years ago you could wear now, just because we don't design for that year. We don't design for 3 years. We design for like 6 years after. We make sure like the piece is very, very durable, if that's the word. Yo, 2024 is like a whole different, it's like allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ian, literally. Like it's crazy. Because it's like, what we've been working on building for the past 3-4 years. And we just finally put it all together to create a collection. We did a preview in Paris in January. We're meant to do another event in June, but we said let's just leave that and just actually focus on the main show, which is in July, which is VVS on July 7th. So with that collection that's dropping is about to be very incredible. I think it's about to be a game changer. We worked with a lot of Nigerian techniques. We worked with some, obviously, like some ornaments also from Nigeria. So like from like Benin ornaments. We got some silvers as well. We got some cool stuff on the pieces, just making like African expressions, but without losing the global language. So yeah, it's really interesting. I think it's one that everyone should look forward to. Go to www.vvslagos.com and go sign up, go get tickets for the events if this interview comes out before the event. Of course, Unofficial is beyond fitting into the global fashion market. Like we're beyond. There's too much. Like sometimes we kind of want some people, like they're always mind blown when they see us. In LA, in any city we're in, like they're always like, wow, because like yeah, I think it beyond fits in there because we're now a wide range of clientele. People that ask for our clothes. We have like from Travis Scott, who's crazy, to Stevie Wonder, who's calm, to like a high school prom kid that's just doing his prom, you know. So it's like a wide, exciting range of people who, you know, who have worn our pieces. So yeah, I think it has the most global appeal than most even rich brands. So like these rich brands, they have money to produce a lot of shit. But we're getting there. We're getting richer every year. God is good. Alhamdulillah. I believe life is a big system, and I don't know if it's what is a system, but life is a big, let me just say, engine. And engines are made up of different gears with different purposes, you know. Like the fact that, you know, I'm meant to handle this one gear doesn't mean I don't have to take care of the other gears. I believe if, you know, it's just kind of like vertical integration is what we've been about, you know, just kind of solving problems we've been embarking on and, you know, making their businesses. You know, we don't seek to start these businesses or even make all these things happen, but we believe they're solving problems. We focus on primarily solving problems. So Wana.org, Wana is We Are New Africa. It's a foundation we started, myself, Ugomozie, and Runtown, to push like celebrities or famous people to get more into foundations and into helping people. So it was a cool way of pretty much helping less privileged people. So we go to like, went to Enugu, we did stuff in Rwanda, we did stuff here in Lagos, you know, we just do stuff, you know, pretty much where our reach is possible. So that's pretty much what it was. We believe it's important, like in as much as you're making, you're breaking bank with your business, you should make sure you give back. That's part of life, you know, I believe it's part of the foundations of life. So with One Shrine is a management company that I founded just to make sure we could help artists get from a certain level to a next level. Because what we realized is, like, based off of our work with Runtown, we had a lot of, you know, other artists trying to pivot from a point that they were, you know, some of them had budgets, some didn't have budgets, but, you know, they end up getting wrong advices, you know, just doing the wrong things. So we realized we needed an ecosystem of a way to help young artists to actually navigate through their careers and actually come out. We barely signed deals with anyone, but we signed like a one-off deals when we get deals for people. For example, we'll get you and sign you onto a label, or like, you know, help you get this marketing deal or this marketing partnership from this company based off our relationship. So yeah, that's pretty much what it was, to take an artist from an existing level to a next level. Sonic is a distribution company for music distribution. We believe we've worked in the music space for 9 years now, and we just wanted to make sure we could distribute our music ourselves as well. So there's just all different businesses that kind of needed each other to drive. Yeah. So for Travis Scott, we made some cool. Can you pass me this red right there? No, next to that one. So so the video was inspired by like Mad Max vibes. So we made some cool like Mad Max style hoodies. It's so perfect that I had them here. It's so good we're doing this interview at the showroom. But he wanted something that was like a hoodie and also felt like dark, you know? So we made this in a couple colors for him. I don't remember how this was worn, honestly. Yeah, I think kind of like this. Yeah.
Dope.
You know, so they wanted like Mad Max vibes, and we pretty much made some looks in this direction. And then, you know, we had this show last year. We showed at this show called Arise. Arise is a major fashion show that happens here in Lagos. And they saw some of our looks. There's this butterfly jacket, this epic butterfly jacket. Shaq West wanted it for his scenes, as well as the pants that he came with, and this mesh, dope ass mesh white shirt, please. You know, so yeah, that was pretty much what it was. That was a fun job. It was in Kano. I was in Paris at the time, but I had sent my team to Kano to help out with making sure that lands properly. I never dressed Skepta, honestly. I met Skepta a few times, but I never dressed Skepta.
Okay.
We did dress Wizkid, and a couple other people. It feels great all the time. I think we're beyond that. I think, you know, just going back to what I said earlier, like when I was able to, you know, be in Stevie Wonder's house with him, just me and him in the room having a conversation for like 4 hours. Wow. I'm like, wow, this is this is beyond clothes now. You know, I was like, you know, it's not about a celebrity anymore. It's about like, what are you doing with, you know, what God blessed you with, really. It just became beyond that. So, I mean, I love the celebrities. I always, you know, keep working with them and my friends, but like, you know, it's beyond that now. I'm trying to sip into the roots and, you know, inspire more people to do something similar. 100%. The brand is me. The brand is really my mind and my experiences. So my personal style definitely influences it. Okay, so I'll say again, I never worked with Tekashi, to be honest, but I met his biggest collector in Paris, and he walked me through his entire work, told me about Tekashi cried when he came to Japan. I never worked with Tekashi before though, I don't know where you got that. But Ken is a revolutionary artist from the Royal College of Arts in London, and he's been a collaborator since the beginning of VVS. He's been the curator of the arts, and you know, he pretty much, you know, kind of made me very much inspired in art, sorry. Because I liked arts, you know, earlier. I collected maybe like 1 or 2 pieces before then. But after I got a piece from him, which is actually right here, red piece right here with the smiley face. After I got that piece, you know, it kind of just changed my perspective on art and like how African artists are really changing the game and how they have to be empowered. We speak a lot of how all our artifacts were stolen. But you know, it's kind of happening again, like the artists just creating pieces, but they're not really appreciated here. So like they have to go to the white countries where where these people buy the black culture for premium price. So they rather go there and, you know, sell their stuff, and then the story now goes, you know, to the white people again. So the idea is just to inspire us to buy our own stories, you know, keep our own stories, you know, and inspire the artists also to keep it in the ecosystem. So it's not too hard to reach. Yeah, that's just been kind of my goal. It's also the goal of VVS, more importantly, because, you know, it's a community-centric experience. It's not just about fashion, it's about art. It's about, you know, the entire ecosystem of our culture right now. The B Money jacket was just wealth, honestly. Like, it's actually the one you're wearing right now, Alicia. That's the B Money one. And it was my birthday, and we decided to put out something, you know. And we had just, you know, a couple yards of this. We're like, okay, cool, let's just put out a limited collection of 10 of these. You know, so yeah, it was. We believe, you know, bees make honey, and honey rhymes with money. You know, and we love money. Dope. You know, and we're like, okay, cool. Let's, you know, make a piece that's kind of inspired by that. This piece is reversible. You can wear it the other way around as well, and it's in the gold side, so it's like gold and black, which we believe is is a wealthy combination to us. You know, gold and black. But yeah. I think it's in the storytelling, like every single piece must have a meaning, like there must be a reason to it. We're not just making, oh, let's make 1,000 t-shirts. Like one every single piece, you know, obviously if we can make 1,000 t-shirts and have meaning to it, then obviously go ahead. However, I want every single piece just kind of have meaning and not to be diluted. I think that's what makes it stand out. And honestly, I think also just blessings from my ancestors make it stand out. Like anytime anyone wears our piece, they feel blessed. You know, and I feel the same way, you know, so I just think from my ancestors, I have very strong ancestral backing. So they bless these pieces once you wear it, basically. So once you wear it, you feel inspired to take over the world. So yeah, come and get your portion of blessings from Iron Official real fast. So with Ifeanyi, I work with my partner, Richmond AK, who's a super dope, like creative as well. We've been friends since uni. So he pretty much, you know, works with a lot of he works on all his designs, and, you know, I just pretty much have to approve when he, I don't know how he comes up with them, honestly, but he's the man to ask. We're working on a lot more eyewear stuff. The one I'm wearing right now is from Privé. This is not CVN, but more CVN is coming this year. Better, you know, UV protection, sunglasses, just everything is meaningful. With CVN, glasses is made out of bamboo because we like the whole recyclable idea versus just plastic. So yeah, just more purposeful stuff is coming soon as well. And shout out to Rema and Maluma. When Maluma was like, oh shit, this thing really reminds me of my dad. It reminds me of my dad back then. He just wear it and just drive us to school. You know, so yeah, shout out to them. Not at the moment. We're already doing many eyewear, but what we're doing this season a lot of is headwear, like what I'm wearing right now, for example. This is like Swarovski crystals from a project we had done with Diana Ross earlier this year. So we incorporated the pieces into the hats that we worked on. This is hand twined by a lady here in Nigeria, in Lagos. And then more headpieces like this diadem durag, we believe is a sign of like royalty. That's, you know, and then we have some bucket hats, we have some scarves, we have a lot of headpieces we're working on. That's really exciting. Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, we're in the process of expanding the production, we're reverse engineering what we've been known and working on in terms of the tailoring and how we curate these pieces. So now we want to work on better production, producing cotton here if possible, getting larger machines to produce better pieces here, just basically scaling the production that we've done already, because we've done this for a long time. And we believe now is the time to fine-tune what we know and, you know, kind of expand it, giving other people opportunities also to use our facilities once that's done. So yeah, I believe it's, you know, primarily expanding production first of all, and, you know, being in new markets. We're going to get into more stores. We're looking to, from this our current collection, our next collection, get into more stores, you know, here in Asia, in Europe, in America, you know, just across board. So that's definitely coming. Yeah, man, VVS Lagos really is an exciting moment for us, especially as Iron Official, because, you know, we're you know, curating it, and, you know, it's a moment for us. It's a time where we are happy to put our show by ourselves and, you know, make something happen. So yeah, I think that's something we're looking forward to. After that, we're resting. I think it'll just be what I said too before, which is, you know, just continuing. It's so hard. This is extremely hard. Life is hard. Life is tough. But the difference between you and the next man that looks successful is, you know, they continue doing what they're doing. And we can't compare our races to anyone's race. We have to just do things for ourselves, primarily. And we should never forget why we started anything we're doing. We should make sure we are remembering the faces of our fathers. If your father was good to you, my father was good to me. But yeah, if your father was bad to you, don't remember his face. But remember the face of your father. Remember, you know, and your mother, obviously. Remember the face of your mother, more importantly. And what, you know, like the reason why you're doing this, because in the end, most of these things are powers bestowed on us, like generations and generations before we even knew. So like, we should take this for granted, especially because the technology is making things diluted. We should take things very seriously and make sure we focus on getting the work done. Yeah, and pray when you can. Thank you, guys.
Well, it was nice interviewing you and answering all my questions about Iron Official.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing more of your designs.
Absolutely.
And I cannot wait for VVS Lagos 2024.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and thank you for having me on Behind the Stitch on Simon Sage Drip.